It's like, maybe I'll just. Welcome to class, everybody. Hi there. Um, if you have a yoga block or two, have them nearby. If you have a book, it could be a book. It could be yesterday we were using water bottles for Ardha Chandrasana, and just like something to put your hand on, or not. If you don't have anything that kind of fits that description, it is not a problem. And then also, if you have a little patch of wall nearby, that might be convenient. We'll see. I may change my mind about that, but we'll know in just a sec. All right. Find a comfortable seated position to start in. And I'll be right back over there. All right. Like, don't breathe on anyone's hand. Sit tall. Lengthen your spine. Send your roots down deep. Close the eyes if you like. And let the breath flow in and let it flow out. Take a moment to notice where you're at in this moment. You know, for me, I feel like with what's been going on recently, with the surges and the news and the everything, I'm riding a bit of an emotional roller coaster. And definitely alternate between feeling like, okay, we'll get through this, to, oh man, how am I going to deal with this? So know that if you're experiencing some strong discomfort in whatever way that shows up for you, you are not alone. We're all here, and we will get through this. Lengthen the spine upwards, let the shoulders relax. Allow the rib cage to move as you breathe. Lower the chin to the chest and roll the head over to one side and pause there. And then roll over, take your time to the other side and pause there. And just like that, take the ear over to the shoulder, pause there. Make a half circle back to the right side. So right ear down to the right shoulder. Stay there. We're going to stay with that neck stretch and add on to it. Have your right hand on your head, your left arm down low. Remember, you are in charge. So only go to the degree that it feels like, oh, this is kind of a nice stretchy feeling. You might stay in that position. You might do a little turning and tilting of the head. Keep bringing the awareness inside your body, taking loving care of yourself. Yes, we're bumping up against our edges and kind of nudging ourselves out of our comfort zones. And we want to do it with a sense of respect for any tender areas. Come on back to center. Tilt the left ear to the left shoulder. And same thing here. Take the left hand to the head, the right hand down low. Bless you. And gently tilting, turning if you want, still if you prefer. Breathing. Breathing in, breathing out. Connect to the ground beneath you. Connect to the rhythm of your breath. When you're ready, bring the chin back down to the chest. Leave the chin down and do slow yes-like movements with the head, lifting the chin up any amount, and then slowly down again. Continue the head movement, but now start to invite the shoulders and the upper back. So a little upper back roundedness as the chin goes down, and a little chest lift and a back bend as the chin goes up. Let that movement migrate further down your spine to the bottom of your rib cage, to the low back. Pull the belly button in around the spine. Inhale, lift the heart, melt the shoulders. And take this all at the rhythm of your own breath. Inhaling, exhaling. Take a couple more rounds. And return to center. Roll the rib cage around. Make circles with the ribs. You choose how large the circles are. Take your time as you're making them. Reverse direction. That's it. Good. And come back to center. And from here, let's take the arms overhead. Reach up tall, twist to the right. Come back to center. Twist to the left. Come back to center. We're going to change the arm movement. So this time, as we twist to the right, bend the elbows so you come into cactus arms. Return to arms overhead as we return to center. Same thing on the other side. Cactus arms as we twist. And inhale, arms overhead at center. Cactus arms with the twist. Inhale, raise the arms to center, any amount. Exhale and inhale. This time we'll stay in the twist, lower the arms, and check in. Check in with your foundation. Notice if as you're sitting there's a lean to one side or the other. Get right up over the center. Lengthen the very top of the head upward and the sitting bones downward as if you are being tugged from above and below. If you like, look over your right shoulder in the direction of your twist. But most of all, breathe. Unwind gently. Raise the arms at center. Inhale. Cactus arms. Twist. Stay there. Feel the work in your torso when your arms are raised, and keep that work very active as the arms come down. Anchor into your seat. Lengthen the crown of your head upward again, as if you're being tugged from above and below at the same time. Looking over the shoulder in the direction of the twist. Breathing in, breathing out. Breathing in, Breathing out. Unwind, come to center, circle the arms up overhead, and right back out to the sides and down. Let's unwind the legs and come onto your back. Hug your knees to your chest and rock side to side. And as you rock, tune in and notice how the mat feels on your back. Notice how your back feels right now. Excuse me. This is a good opportunity to check in with any areas that are catching your attention. Right? What's it like now? And what's it like now? What's it like now? Take the legs up in the air, the arms as well, but really loose. So I like to call this baby astronaut. So it's kind of like you're floating in space. Your wrists are moving and your ankles are moving and your elbows and your knees are, but there's not a lot of effort. Right? If something's really efforting strongly, ease up on it. Waking up the joints. So touch base. Are the wrists moving in some way? Are the ankles? Are the elbows? Are the knees? Are the hips? Maybe add the shoulders a little bit too. Everything, give everything a hello. And hug the knees into the chest. Keep the right knee hugged in. Take the left leg up in the air and stretch out. Lower the leg slowly, gently. We're going to give the people practicing in the room some kind of medal for for practicing under extra adverse circumstances while there's hammering next door. Maybe they are, yeah. Maybe they're working out their frustrations. Bang, 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 bang. The bottom leg is active as if, now if you have a wall nearby, you could spin around and push your left foot to the wall, or simply imagine there's a wall and you're pressing the sole of your foot into it. The heel stays on the floor and the left thigh bone drops like it gets closer and closer to the floor. There's even a feeling that your foot might want to lift up, but it's not. Your thigh bone's moving down. Keep the left leg active. Do not shift your pelvis, but take your right knee to the right. So don't worry about how far the knee goes. The knee's going to go as far as the knee can go in your hip joint. Bring the knee back in. Do not move the pelvis. Keep the abs on. Take the knee out again and bring it back. One more time, take the knee out again. Leave it there for a few breaths, but still keep the bottom leg as your anchor. Keep your abs on. Keep your pelvis steady and still. Bring your, I don't know. Bring your knee back to center. I think you guys online cannot hear the pounding in the background. I'm very glad for that. Left hand to the right knee, and then rock a little bit. Rock the knee across the body, gradually more until you go all the way over and you're in a twist. Now, if you want to kind of squiggle your hips, adjust things a bit in the pose so that your back is comfortable, feel free. And then stay in the twist with the knee coming across the body, the right arm perhaps reaching out to the side. Breathe down this long, twisty shape. Take another 2 breaths and come back to center. Bend the knees, place the feet flat, squiggle your hips back to center. Hug the left knee in and send the right leg up in the air. Keep the left knee hugged in, stretch the right leg out, take your time until the heel comes down, and then as if you're pressing a wall with the sole of your foot. The bottom leg is really active. The heel is touching the mat now. Right thigh bone moving down toward the mat as well. Breathe while you're here, inhaling, exhaling. And when you're ready, and take the left knee out to the left. Do not tilt the pelvis. Keep it still. Bring the knee back in. So again, engage the abs. Pelvis is steady. Long leg doesn't move. Take the knee out to the left. And bring it back. One more time and we'll stay. Watch the hips. Breathe in. Breathe out. And come on back to center. Change hands. Open the left arm out to the side and we rock. A little bit at first, gradually more until you come into your twist. Remember, you can scoot your hips over to the left. That sometimes makes the whole twist a bit more comfortable. Breathing in and breathing out. And notice what this side is like. Maybe there's a different pattern. Maybe you notice some other area on this side. What's it like now? And it may change, so breath by breath. Drop your attention into the body. What's it like now? What's it like now? What's it like now? And gently unwind. Release the arms, scooch the hips back to center. And when you're ready, hug the knees into the chest. This time as the knees hug in, give a little resistance, as if the legs want to straighten out and escape. So you're engaging the muscles in the entire lower body. Belly button's pulling down toward the spine as well. If you want, you can lift your head. It's not mandatory. But the lower body being active and engaged, that's the main thing here. And slowly lower down. Take the legs once again up in the air. The knees can be bent or straight to make your hamstrings happy with the setup. Arms down near your sides. Pull the belly button down. Lift the hips a little. And then slowly keep pulling the belly button down and lower your feet just, 6 inches or so. And then bring the legs back up and pull the belly button down. Maybe lift the legs a little, lift the hips, and then lower them. Nice and slowly. And here's the thing. If your low back lifts up, you've gone too far. Now, your low back can peel up when you're lifting your feet. Yeah, that's fine if you're using the lower abdominal muscles. But when the legs are lowering, if your low back pops up off the mat, it's a signal that your abs are no longer effectively controlling this pose, and now something else is gonna take over and compensate. So start to lower the legs just a bit lower each time until you find, oh, hey, now I need to really, really fight to keep the abs on and the low back pressing down, and that's right in the sweet spot where we get stronger. Good, good, good. Let's do a couple more. Make those muscles nice and tired. If your back is what's getting tired, again, return to the previous statement. If your low back is what's getting tired, do not lower your legs that low. If your abs are getting tired, yay! All right, bend your knees, hug the knees in, rock a little side to side. If your neck is getting tired, your neck is overworking. Again, loop back to the previous statement, right? Don't take the legs as slow. All right, let's do a little twisty thing here. Arms out wide. This is more of a curling in fetal twist. Pull the belly button in and bring your knees over toward your left elbow. They don't have to touch, but that's where they're headed. And then zip up your belly as you come back to center. And then pull the belly button in a lot as you curl the knees over to the other side. And just like that, pull the belly button in and change sides. Go slowly to get the full benefit of this. If you go quickly, the momentum will take away some of the opportunity to strengthen. We don't want to miss out. Yeah, time under tension makes a difference. All right, come on back to center. Touch the feet down. Heel toe your feet mat width or wider. And sweep your knees generously to one side. And then slow and steady over to the other side. Just like that. Good, side to side. Return to the right side with the knees tipped over to the right. Leave them there. Reach long, like your left thigh can get longer. Reach your left arm overhead to further extend the whole left side of the body. Breathe into the left side of the belly. So we just did some of those curling in movements. Now we're stretching out the front. Take another breath here, maybe two, and then come back to center, change sides. As the knees tip to the left, now it's the right arm that might reach overhead, the right thigh that gets long toward the front of your mat. Breathe here. Yes, we're still engaging the abdominal muscles so that we have some nice support. But we're also stretching some of the muscles in the front of the abdomen, giving a little extra length to the hip flexors. And two more breaths here. And come back to center. And draw the knees into the chest once again, this time rocking either forward and back or side to side. You choose, right? Forward and back if that feels really nice on your back. Side to side if that feels better. When you're ready, come up to all fours, to hands and knees. Hands under the shoulders. Shins parallel to each other, and straight away start moving in cat-cow. Inhaling, back bending. Exhaling, lift the navel round the spine. Just like that. Come to neutral. From here, reach your, reach your right arm through. Thread the needle, the noodle. You could thread the noodle too. Thread the needle, the shoulder edition. Right shoulder comes down, head rests here. You can use your other hand for a bit of leverage in the twist. and breathe. So we're a little bit upside down, we're a little bit in a twist, we're a little bit just in a weird contortion. If you want, you can take the left arm up in the air. Bend the elbow, press the left palm into the mat, come back to center, change sides. Same thing over on the other side. Left arm dives through, left shoulder, side of the head, resting on your mat, breathing here. The combination of the hips high and the chest and shoulders low gives us a bit of an inversion. We've got a little bit of a twist here too. If you want, reach your right arm up in the air. If there's too much pressure on your head and neck, take your hips back so it's more like child's pose with a little bit of a twist. Take another breath here. Press the palm, return to hands and knees. And from here, glide back to child's pose. If it's comfortable, arms stretch out in front of you. You might come to your fingertips. As always, adjust so that you're taking good care of your body, breath by breath, pose by pose, moment by moment. And walk the hands to the right side, side stretch in child's pose. Breathe in between the ribs. Feel the space there. Walk to the other side. Breathe and feel the space here. Take another breath and return to center. Ease your way to hands and knees. And let's take a similar position to our thread the needle, but this time a more active approach. So you can use a yoga block, you can use a little towel, you can use a little anything that's small and light that fits in your hand. Place something in your right palm, and this is the movement. We'll dive through without touching the floor. I'm going to show first and then we'll do. Then we pull the forearm back, the elbow goes forward, and the hand goes back, so you wind up in the backwards up position with the arm, not in kind of the normal lift your arm up this way. You go backwards up and then press down, twist, breathe, and then we'll come back and do it again. How far you go, not the important thing. Rotate your chest. That's the main thing. But do it with this extra weird thing. Dive the right arm through. The arm hovers. Pull the elbow back, elbow forward, hand back. Take the arm out to the side, backwards up, and twist. Turn your chest to the side, chest to the side, chest to the side. Spread the arms, and then come back down. Pivot the elbow. Dive through again. Pull the arm back. Elbow to the front. The arm goes out, backwards up. Twist, twist, twist. Turn the chest, turn the chest, turn the chest. Come back slowly. Last time. Pivot the forearm, dive through, hover the arm. Pull the elbow back, pivot. Hand back. Take the arm out to the side, backwards up. Turn your chest and press down with the left hand and up with the right. Nice and wide. Oh, there you go. Good, good, good. And then come on back. Switch the block or the item, switch your object to the other hand. Yeah, it's a little weird, but it's good stuff. All right. And again, go just to what feels right for you. Dive through with the left arm. Hover above the floor. We're twisting this way. Now, pull the elbow back. Elbow forward. Pivot the arm out, backwards up. Twist, 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 twist. Get the twist in. It does not matter how high the arm goes. It's the turn in the thoracic spine. Yeah, this is why we do it with a light object. All right, come on back down. If perchance it falls, it will not hurt you if you choose something small and light. All right, dive through, pull the elbow back, arm to the out to the side, go backwards up, into the twist, breathe, 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 breathe. Come back down, last one. So take a moment in this last one. Feel the twist in this direction as we dive through, shoulder blades spreading. Pull the elbow back, pivot, do the backwards up. Now, don't let the arm that's out to the side lead the way. Turn your chest. Your chest is leading the way. Your chest and your eyeballs. Breathe, and then come on down. Once you set down your object, take child's pose and rest a moment. Arms any way they want to be. We're banging the tension out of the body. That's what the hammering means. Ease your way up from child's pose. Hands on the mat. The next thing we'll do, and just be really kind with this if you have any neck stuff going on. It may feel really lovely, but just in case it doesn't, go in slowly and gradually. This is rabbit pose. And we start, it kind of looks like child's pose, but with your forehead on the mat and your butt kind of in the air. And the progression is use your hands on your mat to take some of the weight and roll to the top of your head. So you're on your crown, your chin gets kind of tucked in there, and then you roll back. Go slowly. If something does not feel right, trust what you're feeling in your body right now. I'm not inside your body, but you are. You are in charge here. You can use the hands more or less. You can roll with more or less pressure as you go from the forehead to the crown and back again. For me, some days this feels just awkward, and other days it feels like, oh, like the pressure is grounding and calming. So see what it's like for you. And slowly drop the hips back. And we're back in our child's pose, arms any way they want to be. If you want to have the hands underneath the head or stretch the arms out. Take a few breaths here. Now, come back to our hands and knees position. Pull the right knee into the chest. Take it out to the side. Swing it back with the knee bent and do a couple little pulses with your foot in the air. Feel your glutes, feel your hammies. Pull the knee in, out to the side. Swing it back around, glutes and hammies, little pulses. One more time. Pull the knee in, out to the side, around the back, and little pulses. Bring the knee back in. Lean back. Come to child's pose for a moment. Relax your neck. You might turn it a little bit. You might roll your shoulders around a little. And come back to hands and shins and the other leg. Pull the knee in. Circle it out to the side. Swing it around back. Pulsing, pulsing, pulsing. Pull the knee in. Take it out to the side. around the back and pulsing, pulsing, pulsing. One more time, pull the knee in, out to the side, around back, and pulsing, pulsing, pulsing. Take the shins back down. Kneeling puppy pose. Stretch the arms out in front of you. We're still on our shins. It's like a low, closer to the ground version of down dog. The arms and the torso and the hips are in kind of a down dog shape. They're knocking in a new spot now. Right? Like it sounds like they're going to come through the wall. It's a little nutty in here. Right? It's a little weird in here today. All right, tuck the toes underneath, lift the knees, lift the hips, and find your downward facing dog. Take a moment to walk the feet in place. You might shift the hips. And find your way in. And see how far apart your feet want to be today. Long spine. And once you've had your moment of get the wiggles out, find either your down dog or stand in a forward fold and take 5 deep breaths. If your body's like, yeah, no down dog for me today, then stand in a forward fold. And walk the hands and the feet closer. So now we're all in a forward bend. The knees are allowed to bend. They're in fact encouraged to bend, not just allowed. You might hold opposite elbows. You might sway a bit. Deep breath in and out. Press into your feet. Zip up your belly. Slowly come to upright. Once you're upright, roll your shoulders up and back, down and around. Take your feet kind of close together. Hands to the tops of the thighs. Bend your knees like you're about to sit in a bar stool height chair. Maybe your chair is a little lower. You can go lower if you want. Maybe bring your hands to your heart. Zip up your belly. Breathe while you're here. Maybe do a little cat-cow in your spine while you're in chair pose. Exhale, round the back, and inhale, find a little back bend. And then can you feel when your spine is in its longest neutral position? Press your feet down, release the arms, slowly come up to standing, straight legs, reach up overhead, hands to the heart. Release the arms. Good, let's do that again with chair pose. Bend the knees. Hands to the thighs to start. Bring the palms together. Zip up the belly, stay right here. Now from this position, take your left hand to your left hip. Take your right hand to your left leg. Like we're getting ready to twist. We're thinking about it. Yeah, no, you're good. Yeah, that way. From here, the hand goes across to the same leg. Bring your switch. Yeah, there you go. Now from here, this way. I didn't want to do it with my butt to you, but yes, this way. And then from this position, turn your chest. Don't crank. Don't go bananas with your hands. Unwind into a forward bend. Relax your arms. Relax your head. Relax your neck. Breathe. If you forgot to exhale, do it now. Sometimes we hold our breath, especially if we're really focusing on something. Press into the feet, zip up the belly, slowly come up. Oh. All right, let's do the same thing. We'll twist to the other side. Bend your knees. Hands to your heart. We're in chair pose. Other side. Right hand to the right hip. Left hand comes across to the right leg. Breathe here. Long spine. Little hint of a twist. We're not trying to get a great big twist because there's some other stuff going on in here. Unwind, fold forward. Turn the head if you like. Press into your feet, slowly come up. Circle the arms this time. Inhale, reach out, reach up. Exhale, hands to your heart. We'll lengthen the front body. Your hand position, your results may vary. Your hand position may vary. So you can do it to check in with your shoulders and your neck, right? Because there are a number of ways of doing this. The main shape we're going to make is to stand tall, lift the navel, reach the sitting bones down, get some openness in the chest, and then the head does whatever the neck wants it to. Right? If it's comfortable, you can take the head back a little further, but don't do that if it hurts your neck. So, depending on if your shoulders or wrists have something to say about it, you might stack your palms with the backs of your hands, like right on the sacrum, that bony plate at the back of your pelvis. So let's do this version. Plant your feet, lift your navel, root your sitting bones down towards your heels, and lift your chest to the sky. And breathe. Breathe and breathe and breathe and breathe. Front body lengthening. Take 2 more breaths. And then ease back to upright, to neutral. Release the arms. Roll your shoulders around. Now we'll twist again. This time grab a water bottle, grab a block, grab a chair seat if you want. Something that's out in front of you that'll lift the floor up a little bit higher. It will be in line with the middle of your body, but a little bit out in front of your feet. And if you're using a block, take it up to the tall height. So now we'll twist again, but this time in more of a forward bend. So I'm going to show this from the side. It's a bit easier to see. As you fold forward, when you take your right hand to your support, lengthen your spine. Like take that extra moment to make it very active in your torso. Then turn your chest. And then just see, how are things feeling right here? Notice if the bottom hand is really holding you up. It does not have to. Use your feet to hold you up. And then if you want, you can reach the top arm. All right? So, fold forward, place your right hand on your object, on your block or other object. Good. From here, zip up your belly, lengthen your spine. Get as long as you can because twists are much more comfortable and effective when our spine has extra length. Now, slowly turn your chest to the left, to the left, to the left. It's like, now I have that Beyonce song in my head. Breathe here. Maybe the top arm lifts. See, listen to your own body to make this decision. Don't listen to me. Don't listen to me, but don't listen to me, right? Bring the hand down, unwind. You're in a forward bend. Relax all the limbs. Well, not the legs. Keep your legs active. Slowly come up and stand. Ease your way up to standing. Circle the arms, inhale. Hands to the heart, exhale. All right, let's go to the other side. Fold forward, left hand to your object. Before you twist at all, root your feet down, zip up your belly, and grow your spine as long as you can from the top of your head down to your pelvis, really long. Keep all of that length. Don't sacrifice any of the length. And rotate the chest to the right. Once you've rotated the chest and you're still keeping your spine long, consider raising the arm. It's not mandatory. It's more important that you can breathe. If your knees are locked back, bend them just a touch. Oh, just a touch, just a touch. Good. Unwind. Slowly come up. Press the feet. Zip up the belly. Ease your way to upright. Inhale, circle the arms overhead. And exhale, hands to the heart. Now, different hand positions. So if the stacked palms served you before, you can repeat that. Or you might turn the hands so that you're holding on to the back side of the top rim of the pelvis. And from here, same idea. Root down, like your pelvis and your sitting bones can connect down to your heels. Engage that back line. Lift your navel in and up. Watch your elbows. They may want to poke out to the side here. Point them back behind you. Lift the heart, lift the chest. Let your neck decide where your head is. Take a few breaths here, lengthening the front line of the body. So it doesn't need to be like a dramatic back bend. Our purpose is give the front body some space. All the sitting and driving and screen time and stuff that especially the sitting and the screen time, makes the front of the body really short. So we want to give some of that space back to ourselves. All right, come on back to center, to upright. Release your arms and circle your hips around. All right, this is in belly dancing, get the last of the peanut butter out of the jar. And then go the other way. And come on back to center. Roll the shoulders once again. Okay. Let's take the right leg forward and the left leg back. From here, if you have some blocks, place them out in front of you. So this is the shape that we're on the road to making. One leg is forward, one leg is back. The back toes are turned out. And as I hinge, I'm going to show first and then we'll all do together just so you can see it while you're not looking down. And watch out for, don't stick your butt out. Keep your spine neutral. Don't, if your hamstrings are tight, this may happen, right? Your body may feel like it has to curl because the hamstrings are like, oh crap, what are you doing to me? So if your hamstrings are yelling, or if you feel like you're just stuck in this fetal position and can't quite grok why, get super long, come higher if you need to be to keep a long, straight spine. And then the last piece that we'll add, we'll work on the strength being in neutral first. Then we'll come up, we'll do the other side, then we'll come down again, and we'll add a twist to it. This is just a preview for you. Hips face forward more. Yes. So this isn't like Warrior Two where we're trying to open to the side. Everything is kind of like you're in a little canyon. So as we come in and get ready for the twist, which we'll do in a moment, I'm going to bring the left hand to the prop. Now, if my prop is not high enough, I'm going to bend my knee some so that I can still keep a nice long spine. Because sometimes if the prop is too low, like if I'm trying to get my hand down low, because I think I'm going to win yoga that way, you're not. Sometimes it forces the body to curl up and we no longer can get that length and space. Prioritize the length in the spine and the space, then we'll twist. Maybe we'll raise the arm. Okay, in theory? All right. Okay, right leg forward, left leg back. Zip up the belly. At first, no twist, just forward. Hands on your pelvis. Notice, sometimes the pelvis will start to drift off to the side. Direct it forward and kind of down. Anchor your back heel, lengthen your spine, zip up your belly a lot. And then again, remind your right hip to go back and allow your left hip to come forward. And there's other work in the hips. It's almost like they're being squeezed in towards your middle to help support you. Oh yeah, and breathe. Oh yeah, and breathe. Press into your feet, zip up your belly, come on up. Once you're upright, step forward, switch legs. The twist will be the second time through. Left foot forward, right leg back. Toes are turned out some on the back foot. Your pelvis faces forward. So on this side, encourage your left hip back and let your right hip come forward. Root down into your back leg to send your whole torso forward. Breathe. Make sure your abs are working. They are a big part of the support here. So we've got balance and strengthening the hips and the muscles of the legs, but stretching the hamstrings at the same time. There's work in the core, there's work in the back. Take a couple breaths here. Now you feel free to bend your knee as much as you want to as you kind of come up out of this pose. Press down, rise up, stand tall, shake your legs out. All right, before we come into the twist, we're going to take a forward fold. Feet as wide as you want. Let your upper body hang. You can be still or you can move. You can be still or sway a bit here. All right. Ease your way to upright. Have your block or your object at the ready. Right foot forward, left leg back, toes turned out on the left foot. Hands on the pelvis, face forward. Zip up your belly, slowly fold. Place your left hand on your object, and the object is right underneath the shoulder-ish. Anchor into your feet, grow your spine super long. This may be plenty. You might choose to stay right here. This is a beautiful pose all on its own. You may choose to add the twist, turn your chest to the right, chest to the right, chest to the right. And in this pose, don't push down too much on the left hand. Do more with your abs. Do more with the muscles, those little muscles in the spine. And then if your right arm wants to go to the sky, it can. If another part of your body vetoes it, then listen. That's it, that's it. Unwind. Press down to rise up. Step forward, switch legs. Left leg forward, right leg back. Get the block so it's easy to reach. Anchor into your feet, zip up your belly. Come forward. Outer hips are hugging in. Abs are active, spine is long. Keep all of that. Lower the right hand to your block. Lengthen your spine again. Turn your chest to the left. Any amount. Any amount. Make sure your abs and all the muscles in your torso are working a little extra so your bottom hand is not really holding you up like a leg. If you want, reach your top arm up. Most of all, breathe. Unwind. Hallelujah, we made it. We're going to unwind straight into a forward fold. Don't even come up and stand. Fold low, hang, breathe. Now you might stay in the forward bend, or if you are so moved to, you might come down into a squat. The feet can be as wide as you like and as turned out or forward as you like. Drop the hips. Let your low back lengthen. Yeah. So in that last sequence, the back extensors are really working, especially if your core is like, you want me to do what? While you're in your squat, consider tipping knees from one side to the other. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, shift the weight. You can bring your hands together. You can have your fingertips on the floor. See what works nicely for you. Oh, good. And then have a seat. Have a seat. Oh, sit down, stretch your legs out. Aye. Now stretch your legs out long. Bend your right knee. Place your right foot flat on the mat. Sit tall. Left hand goes to the bent right knee. The other hand goes behind you a little. Lean back slightly, or a lot. Grow your spine long while you're leaning back. So it looks kind of casual, but you know you're working. And then turn your chest to the right. It's like the casual yoga pose. Breathe while you're here. If you're really comfortable, you go that way, go that way, go that way. So here's the thing. Like if you twist the other way, there's nothing wrong with it. You're just going to twist the other way. Just remember. Like it doesn't look right. I know, it's always going to look all nutty up here. Unwind, gently release, and switch legs. So yeah, some poses are easier to translate when I'm up here in one spot. And I would normally move around the room. So I'd say twist over to me. I'm not going to say that. So the other leg that you have not yet used, opposite hand to the bent leg. Lean back, long spine, and then twist. So what I mean by it's not wrong to twist to the other side is it just means like it's a more kind of open, spacious twist. So whichever way you twist the first time, you twist so that you get both sides done. Breathe in, breathe out. Long spine, easy shoulders. You can sit up more vertical if the spine remains long. Unwind gently. Stretch your legs out, swing your legs and take your feet, soles of the feet together. Come forward any way you want. You can come forward with a long straight spine. You can come forward and round. And whichever way you're coming forward, breathe. And as you breathe, notice any sensations that may arise in the body. Continue to breathe and observe. Stay right here. Breathe in, breathe out. Take a couple more breaths. Slowly then start to come up. And once you're upright, walk the feet apart, bring the knees in, and curl your way down so you're lying down on your mat. You can make it extra ab work if you want. It is your choice. Right? Why not? Why not? I mean, there are many reasons why not, but but you can do it. You can do it. Hug the knees, rock. Hug and rock. And thank your body for all the weird stuff it's done today. Breathe while you're here. Well, you've got a couple opportunities. If you want to do a hip stretch, you might cross the right ankle on top and thread the needle or any other version of hip stretching. If you're doing thread the needle, as per usual in this class, you can clasp the hand behind the left thigh or leave the bottom foot on your mat. The choice is yours. If you want to do a more pigeon-like variety, you could stretch the bottom leg out. That adds a hip flexor stretch. So see how it feels in your body. Deep breath in. Take your time with the exhale. Take a few more breaths here. When you're ready, change sides. Left ankle on top. And do the same version as you did on the first side, adjusting then according to what works for this side. Breathing in, breathing out. When you're ready, take happy baby. Knees out wide to the sides, arms or hands holding behind the thighs. How you guys doing out there? Rock a little side to side. I have like one friend I can't go to yoga class with because we'll crack each other up the whole time, and it's we become a problem. It's like, I can handle it. I'm a yoga teacher. I'm a trained professional. Maybe. All right. Take any twist you like as a final pose before Shavasana. So we did the one leg straight twist earlier. You could repeat that. You could do windshield wipers. You could make up a twist that you've never done before or you haven't done in yoga before. This is just for you, for your body. Inhaling and exhaling. Inhaling and exhaling. And just in time for Shavasana in the room, we have some complementary hammering sounds. All right. So this is like a metaphor for life, right? You're like, it's time to relax. Now I'm going to do it. And then you're like, oh, the banging is happening, or the dog is barking, or we're going to bang out the relaxation. So place your body in a comfortable position to rest. And then here's the deal. If you've got some, I don't know, if it's like a screaming child and they need your assistance, then by all means attend to them. But if you've got some sounds that are happening, see if you can feel the ground beneath you. You can observe that the sound is happening, but maybe with a little less resistance. So one of my teachers years ago, Leslie Kaminoff, he used to be a Swami, and lived in LA, and their meditation center was directly upstairs from a liquor store. And during their 6 a.m. meditation practice, they're really serious, they're Swamis, they're all trying to get really still and quiet. And then the trash truck would come, and you'd hear all the clanking and crashing of the bottles from the liquor store landing in the trash truck. And it was something that he grew to expect, like, oh, here comes that sound again. And our work really in our meditation is not like, we can't control, like, is the trash truck coming today? Or the trees getting trimmed? Is the guy banging next door? Is the neighbor's dog barking? There's so many things that come up that if we had total control over everything, wouldn't be happening. But the reality is we don't have to have control over everything, and we don't have to have control over everything. And we might give ourselves a little more grace, peace, serenity, whatever you might want to call it, if we notice the thing that's happening. And if we need to take action, of course, we take action. But can we coexist with the thing that might be annoying? Can we coexist? And can there be space in this world large enough for the clanking bottles and the hammers and the barking dogs? Can there be space enough to coexist with other humans who may or may not be wearing face coverings? We don't have to disconnect from reality. We're very aware of it. We're just giving ourselves a little pause and a breath to separate what's actually happening from how we might respond. To notice if there's a knee-jerk reaction. What is that? Is there something underneath that? Maybe we want to take a look at. And let the breath flow in. And let the breath flow out. Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Guru Devo Maheshwaraha, Guru Sakshat Paran Brahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. And this chant is an invocation, and loosely translated is, may my heart remain open to the teachers that appear in my life, some with the energy of creation, some with the energy of sustenance, some with the energy of destruction, some with the energy of hammers and barking dogs, I would imagine. Can our hearts remain open? May we learn, may we grow, may we continue to remove the layers of armor from our heart. Start to deepen the breath. Take a moment to stretch and yawn, to reawaken the body. As you're ready, rock over to one side and find your way to seated. If you'd like to remain in Shavasana, not if you're in the room. If you're at your home, you can stay in Shavasana. If you're in this room with me, you have to get up because I'm leaving. And bring your palms together. Lift your heart. Lower your chin. May you be happy, healthy, safe, and peaceful. Thank you. Namaste. Thank you. Yeah, the tree trimming was intense. This